Hey everyone, Garbage here. You know what every game needs more of? Crack houses. Yes, that kind of crack house. It doesn't matter whether you're coming from CS Crack House of the Counter-Strike 1.6 days, or pretty much any building from Escape from Tarkov, every game needs busted, boarded up buildings where illicit activities could theoretically take place in, and my game is no exception. And so in this video, I'm adding a crack house to my game, and maybe even try to explain why. So the first thing I needed to do is model the crack house, and at this point in my game development journey, I'm pretty comfortable with using Blender for modeling, and so blocking out the main shape of the building wasn't too difficult. To help keep things consistent, I used a grid as a guideline to keep things lined up correctly, and I constructed the building in pieces, with each section being a unique module that can easily be duplicated and modified when needed instead of trying to make the entire thing one continuous mesh. One specific thing I wanted to do was create a massive hole in one of the walls with the purpose of being an additional entrance to the building, while also keeping with the whole crack house theme. You'll notice that every building in my game has little ramps at the entrances, which just makes it easier to get into the building because it prevents the player from getting stuck on little raised bits of geometry like the foundation of the building. It's mostly a quality of life thing. Next, it was time to start adding some decorations. Specifically, I wanted to board up some of the windows with plywood and other pieces of scrap. Not just because it's a crack house and that's kind of how crack houses look, but also as a way to block some lines of sight in and out of the building. It's kind of like in Apex where the windows have grates on them to make it harder to shoot through them, except my windows come with the extra bonus risk of contracting hepatitis C. Texturing is always fun. Right now I'm just using some public domain images of bricks and concrete as the textures, but in the future I plan to replace everything with my own custom made textures, which is going to be a challenge to say the least, but I think we can do it maybe sometime after the game is released. And so after I finished modeling the crack house and everything was looking fine, I finally brought it into my game. Never mind that all the other buildings are completely untextured, we'll take care of those later. But the real question is, why did I add a crack house to my game? And the answer is pretty simple. In my game, you can do a little bit of looting, and crack houses have lots of things inside them that could be of value to the right buyer. Things like stolen copper tubing, plants with benefits, and of course, who could forget, jars of piss. All of these things will hopefully become items that you can either use for yourself, including the jars of piss, but we're not going to talk about that in this video, or sell them for cash. It'll be up to you. Look forward to those updates and more coming in future videos, but for now, I think that's where we're going to end it. Like, subscribe, and bell, and as always, have a nice day.